access things. So we could have swept across the whole movie. We're in kind of a macro mode, and over here we'll move across like that. And if you want to go in and get a little more detail, you can tell the system to scale by grabbing and pulling, and it will scale and now go into a little more detail and find maybe even to the frame and access a certain point in the movie. But if you think about that action that just occurred there, the buttons it would have taken and the kind of the knowledge we do a lot with, you know, a back button, a forward button, a fast forward, a fast back, all those kind of buttons you would have to push, which are several and a bit complicated, have been eliminated into one sweeping action with your hand. So it's quite remarkable in some cases how that process of navigating can be with your hands quite easy. So taking that as a little bit more complexity, there's a menu system on the left, so we'll just gesture off to the left like this and access a menu system here, which, by the way, will work actually with a remote control or work with your hands or whatever you have. So it's the idea here is you're able to create interfaces that will work without any redesign actually to work with different contexts, which is really important, so that you're not having to redesign this for every one of these new emerging platforms. So this is very interesting. So now we've just gone through a process and we're selecting something, we're going through a list, and we'll find 300, and we look at that, and we just changed it just by moving our hands around. We found a movie through a typical navigation system. That navigation system is quite set up for spatial navigation. That's what we believe in. So just to kind of wrap up the whole gesture idea and how important, you'll see this in the demo I'm going to do, and that is that if you look at the different kinds of gestures that are emerging out there, they're emerging because, partly because they're novel and they're interesting, but they also simplify the process. So I think it's a step in evolution of navigation. Certainly the iPhone and the Schematic wall, which is outside, I mean, all of these surfaces and Microsoft Surface employ a gesture, but it's what I call a touch gesture. You can actually touch and then move your finger around.